All right, folks, Jermaine Farrell here, the WFXR Sports Sit Down and catching up with one of the great coaches we have in our area. We've got the special event. It's an annual tradition. Floyd County, they do it great. It's going to be the Chance Harman Classic coming up this weekend. Doing right now, the head coach of those Franklin County, Floyd County, the other half, and also proud father of Chance is Coach Brian Harman. And how you doing, Coach?
Good, sir. Hope you are.
Doing good, sir. Obviously, now this is the 15th classic, and every year is just a special reminder of the reason why you're doing this. And obviously, it's to honor your son with his courageous battle with cancer. Just talk about overall, as the times have progressed, what does this event mean to you personally?
Well, it's able to keep Chance's name alive and more than anybody ever realizes. When we first started this event, I had no idea that it would get to this level. The community, while we were going through our battle with Chance, helped us out tremendously. And a good friend of mine, Rick Cormany, the boys varsity coach at Radford High School, said that why don't we come up with the classic and play some games, and the money that we make, we donate back to Duke and to local scholarships. And I thought it was a great idea. And then it just has really taken off. It'd be another way to give back to the community, because the community helped us out so much. And it wasn't just Floyd, but the surrounding areas. Everybody came together at that time to help us through a tough situation. So this is helps us give back, but it helps us heal as a family as well.
The neat thing I noticed, whenever you ask to get teams to play in it, they're going to play. How special is it to have just that part of it? Because obviously we're keeping Chance's name going. He'll never go away. We'll always know and remember him. But whenever you ask a team, hey, could you play in the Classic? In fact, I'm sure you got teams that just want to do it. They'll even reach out to you before you reach out to them.
Yes, sir. And one of my directors, when we first got some of the big teams, was when we had Andrew Wiggins and Harry Giles in one game. And I said, I'll reach out to them, but I don't know why they would come to one stoplight town in the middle of nowhere. And when I told them the cause and the reason, they said, we'll be there. You just let us know what time we're playing and who we're playing. And it goes back to this year too. VES is coming out of Lynchburg, and the team they were supposed to play is not going to be able to make it. I had some COVID issues, and he said, just find me somebody to play. So I had one guy reach out and said, hey, we'll come. We'd love to be a part of the event. And I asked Coach VES, and he was like, no question, we'll play them. And they'd played each other before, but I think it's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than, it's our event. I haven't won my own event for so long, because we're playing one of the top teams in the state in East Rock. And, but it's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than a win that day. And I think some of these teams that come that have possible NBA guys on the team, some of them asked me to go in and speak to them before about what this event's about. And it's a learning experience. It's a way I can share about what Chance did for me and how God carried me through a lot of things. And it's a pretty cool event.
Now, one neat thing that was going to happen, but it didn't happen because of issues there. Your daughter, they were going to have a girls' game. Your daughter was actually going to play in the Classic, but then things came up. Just talk about, what happened with that. And then, just talk about it's just your daughter's obviously connection to her little brother.
So my daughter was 2 when Chance passed away, and they were close, even though at 2 and 5, they were still really close and competitive. And this was going to be because last year we couldn't do the Classics. So this was the first year that we've had a girls event in it. And Destiny wanted to play in it. They were supposed to play Saturday, but have had a quarantine issue. So I reached out to Virginia High School League to see if we possibly could move those games on Friday because of the weather as well to Sunday. But scheduling issues, they won't allow unless it's a tournament to be played on Sunday. So it's been a roller coaster, because she was really excited to play in it, and now they're not going to be able to play in it. So that's been tough. It's tough as a father, and it's tough as an organization. I'm like, well, maybe I just cancel it all because I want to fix her hurt and her pain, but that's not the right thing to do. And there's a reason why that game's not going to happen. But it's beyond, it's bigger than me. And but it was emotional not to be able to allow her to be able to play in it. But there's still going to be a lot of good things come from this and a blessing from it.
Is she a senior by chance?
No, she's actually a junior. So
maybe next year.
That's it. That's the plan. And of course, we were going to plan on doing it last year as a sophomore, and weren't allowed to have the event. And so we'll look forward to next year on that. And she'll definitely be excited about playing that then. And she was going to do we're doing a 3-point competition on Friday, so she was in it. And so it's been a little bit emotional roller coaster, just trying to make everything schedule work, and the snow. It's just all. But I can't make one thing happen until something else is fixed, or it snows or it don't snow. Then I can fix the next problem.
It's true. I'm sure it's just got to be tough for schedule. I mean, obviously, COVID was there. I mean, I know you had that, but then the weather, which the timing isn't the greatest. And, let's face facts, in January, you never know what you're going to get. Some years you'll have perfect weather, and other times you're not. But I'm sure that had to be, the weather and the COVID thing had to be a real tricky situation for you to get the scheduling and get the games in. I mean, you never know what could happen.
No, and we've got teams coming from all over. So I got a team coming from Ohio. I got a team coming from Charlottesville. I got a team coming from Charlotte. So just because it's not doing anything here or raining in Charlotte, it's snowing in Ohio, or they got to drive through to get to it. So the good thing about this is the schools realize how big the event is, and they'll never put a kid at harm, but sometimes they'll overlook the weather situations that they might not play to do every possible opportunity to have this happen and be able to make it. A couple of years it's 65 degrees and the crowd's decent, and I'm like, it's too warm, we need it colder. The next time it's 20 degrees and I'm like, it's too cold, nobody wants to come out. So you're just kind of at will, whatever it is right now. And I think the snow will be fine. It's going to be cold tomorrow. Saturday looks great. So I think Saturday will be definitely a go. And hopefully we can get into a couple games we got tomorrow. But the scheduling things has been crazy. And I really, these ADs that work with these schedules day in and day out, because it's calling all the time. And I'm just waiting for my phone to send me a message that someone can't come, or we tested today and we're positive, or it's going to snow too much here. But you work with it and make it happen.
Now, you mentioned not only the proceeds go to the Duke Medical Center, but you also have scholarships. Talk about just the scholarships, because you're giving out a lot of scholarship money from what I've seen. I mean, a Floyd County kid gets a $3,000 scholarship, but then players on the various teams, they get like a $1,500 scholarship. Just talk about how that works out.
Yeah. So Duke's doing research just on Chance's type tumor. So some of the late treatments that we had with Chance were experimental, but that gave us another month, maybe another 2 weeks. So if we can give back and they can do something experimental that'll get another kid a year, or maybe beat this thing, or right now I'd give one more day to have a chance. So if it would help a kid that way. So that's what that money goes to. The local scholarships is some way, again, that we can give back to all the communities. Most of the time, the teams that give up a home game to cover their gate, because money's so tight right now everywhere with buses and officials and all that, we give that $1,500 scholarship to that school so that they can help a little bit. I know they don't get it personally, but it helps a kid go on the next year. And I think we've given over, and when I say we, it's all of us. It's everybody that comes to the event. It's the people that support it. It's people that's praying that it ain't gonna snow right now. It's all of us. When we say we, that's we. And we're somewhere around 100 to 125 scholarships that we've given out. And there's only one place, and give thanks to God what we've been able to do and accomplish, because there's a lot of days he carried me, and I'm thankful to that I went through that situation. It was tough, but I'm thankful that we're able to help other kids out now as well.
So overall, if you had a dollar amount, what's the overall dollar amount you probably, between giving to Duke and the scholarships? Is there a dollar amount you have out there?
I'm going to say that the scholarships and to Duke somewhere probably $150,000. Expenses is, to put on an event like we have, the expenses get pretty high, but the sponsors have been great. The turnout's been great. It just makes it continue to be successful. But it's right at $150,000 over the years. And I don't see it. The event, I hope we can continue to do it. I think some of these bigger schools have, not the bigger schools, but some of these people have figured out a way to make money on some of the bigger schools. So they've started little different leagues to play on Saturdays. So they've found ways of our event working. And those guys get a lot more money to get them to certain places. They'll pay them to get there. So I'm hoping I can keep some of these bigger teams still coming. And the other cool thing about our event is about every matchup is going to be a good matchup. It may be a single A school against a single A school. I mean, I got Alta Vista and Auburn playing tomorrow, and Alta Vista was state runner up, and Auburn's, top 3, 4, 5 in the state. So no matter what the matchup is, at what level, it's still going to be a really good basketball game.
This might sound silly, but whenever I've come down there and covered it, the thing I love is the atmosphere. I love the smell of the food in there, and I just love I'm a food guy. But it's just a great fun event. What would you think Chance would be saying about all this, just all this to keep his name out there? What do you think he would be thinking or saying about this whole event?
I think he'd think it'd be pretty cool. I always get asked, and like today, one of the guys that helps me said, I know Chance is up there laughing right now because you're trying to figure out how to get these teams here. And he's up there deciding whether it's going to snow or not. And he's having a good time with it. But I think he'd be proud of, he's won his battle. And he's better off than we are. And he's won that last game. I think he would be very proud of what we're trying to, and once again, it's bigger than basketball, what we're trying to show how we made it through this tough time and where we look to get our strength. And and we got barbecue on Saturday. It comes out of Blowing Rock that I built a relationship with a guy, and he's like, hey, I just want to come and donate the barbecue to do a barbecue dinner. The people that come and help, the volunteers. So it's kind of like a family get together. I know COVID's still out there a little bit, but I think people will be excited to see people they haven't seen in a couple of years. And, you talk about the atmosphere. When we had Huntington Prep and Harry Giles there with Andrew Wiggins and Harry going against each other, that gym, I think we hold probably 1,800, and if there wasn't 2,500 people in there, I mean, the atmosphere was unreal. And they played on ESPN 3 times that year, and they said the atmosphere at Floyd County High School that year was better than any atmosphere we played in. Now, after that, school was like, we can't be putting 2,500 people in there anymore. So we've been able to adjust. We had Mac McClung there a few years ago, so we opened up the auditorium. So we've been able to adjust, but we try to accommodate so everybody can get in and see.
So as far as ticket prices, what's the tickets again on those?
So on Friday, we do a Friday, Saturday weekend pass of $20. There's 8 games on Saturday. Right now there's 2 on Friday. So that would be 10 games for $20. If you come Saturday, it's going to be 15. And kids are 5 on Friday and 10 on Saturday. It's tough because some people come for one game. And, it's a little tough there. But once again, it's for a great cause. And I just hope people understand that. I've struggled with that sometimes as well, too. And but once again, it's bigger than us. And we just thank everybody for the support. If somebody, I would rather them come and enjoy the day than worry about the ticket price if that was an issue. And it's so we're 5 and 10 tomorrow if we can get the games in, and then Saturday is 15 and 20.
That's still a good deal though. If you break it down, if it's so a weekend pass is 20, right? You said
20, yes, sir.
Right. So that's 10 games. That's $2 a game.
$2 a game. And I promise you, they'll be as good a games as you can sit at home and watch if you can find them online somewhere. And we've got a lot of raffle items we're giving out. We're giving away a cruise. Now I know a cruise is not the exact most popular thing right now, but we've done that for several years. So if they don't want the cruise, we're going to give cash away as well as a raffle item. We've got a $500 half court shot that somebody's doing, 3-point competition tonight. So, or not tonight, but Friday night. So there's a lot of other things, whether you like basketball or not, you can still win something. And we just want it to be a great day of fellowship. And all the coaches are great guys. They're good. The teams are good guys. And that's what we want it to be about.
You know, the neat thing is you had me at barbecue. You said barbecue. That kind of got my interest there. I mean, yeah, B&B, barbecue and basketball. You can't beat that.
No, and this barbecue's good. The basketball may be good, but I believe the barbecue's better than the basketball.
Hey, I tell you what, you just set the pit out in the middle of the court.
Yeah, we'll move the games outside. We'll just eat barbecue all day.
That's right. You know, we'll have a line of barbecue. I tell you what, Coach, this has been awesome. Again, the Chance Harman Classic coming up this weekend. It'll be Friday. We'll have two games on Friday, the 3-point shootouts Friday, weather permitting. And then Saturday, we'll have 8 more games. Things are tipping off. I'm not going to say, 9 o'clock, right? Your first game's at 9 a.m., right?
Saturday morning. Yes, sir, 9 o'clock. And we'll keep up to date on Twitter and Facebook for all schedule changes. But I don't, I think we're going to be good to go tomorrow for Alta Vista and Auburn at 5. The 3-point competition will be at 6:30. And then Combine out of North Carolina, their top 10 team in the country, will be playing Blue Ridge out of Charlottesville tomorrow night at 7:30. So, but we'll keep everything online, the social media, so that way people can keep up and know what's going on.
All right. I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you giving me time, Coach. You the man. And again, I know Chance is looking down on you, just smiling and happy. He might be dribbling the ball right now. You never know. He might be taking a few shots himself up there, upstairs.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate what you do.
Anytime, sir.
Yeah.